Winter is unforgiving. Each year, thousands of modern homes experience roof damage, leaks, and in extreme cases, total collapse under the weight of snow and ice. If you are a history enthusiast, a survivalist, or simply fascinated by structures that withstand the test of time, this video is for you. Today, we explore the reason why modern roofing often fails in winter and how ancient timber methods, refined over centuries, solve this problem long before steel beams and plywood ever existed. Subscribe to After the Sirens, comment your thoughts on the ingenuity of historical builders, and let's uncover these secrets together. By the end of this guide, you'll know not only why your roof may be vulnerable, but also how you can apply lessons from medieval timber masters in your own construction or restoration projects. The failure of contemporary roofs in winter isn't accidental. It's a consequence of prioritizing aesthetics and cost efficiency over durability. Most modern roofs rely on engineered trusses and thin plywood decking covered with lightweight shingles. These structures are adequate under moderate weather conditions, but snow is heavy. Fresh snow weighs roughly 15 pounds per cubic foot, and compacted snow or ice can be over 3 times heavier. When snow accumulates over hours and days, the load often exceeds the designed limits of these trusses. Modern trusses are built to precise factory specifications, which leaves little tolerance for error or unexpected stress. A small design flaw, a missed inspection, or even minor water infiltration can compromise the entire system. Over time, the combination of snow weight, ice dams, and fluctuating temperatures weakens joints, leading to sagging and eventually structural failure. Unlike historical designs, these roofs have minimal redundancy. If one joint fails, the roof can fail in sections. By contrast, historical timber construction, particularly in Northern Europe, approached roofing as an engineering problem rather than an aesthetic one. Massive beams, carefully selected oak, and interlocking joinery created structures capable of carrying enormous loads. One key principle was load distribution. Instead of relying on thin panels or small trusses, medieval builders created a lattice of timber beams and braces. Each beam shared weight across multiple joints and walls, so no single point carried the full load of snow or ice. You know, medieval roofs often included what carpenters call principal rafters and purlins, which worked together to form a rigid skeleton. The rafters were angled quite steeply to encourage snow to slide off, while the purlins connected the rafters across the span, distributing stress both horizontally and vertically. This combination prevented sagging and localized failure, a lesson, I must say, that modern construction can certainly adopt, particularly for homes in regions prone to heavy snow. Ice dams are, well, another winter menace. They occur when snow melts unevenly on the roof, then refreezes at the eaves, forming heavy ridges of ice. Modern roofs with minimal ventilation and insulation are particularly susceptible, unfortunately. When ice dams form, water can back up under the shingles and penetrate the roof deck, damaging drywall, insulation, and framing. Ancient timber roofs, interestingly enough, naturally resisted ice damage. The steep angles, overhanging eaves, and rigid timber grids allowed snow and ice to redistribute weight and melt gradually. Even if ice did accumulate, the structural integrity of the timber frame prevented catastrophic collapse. Builders often left exposed beams with mortise and tenon joints so that if one member weakened, the overall framework remained stable. Modern builders, I believe, can copy this concept by using reinforced beams, cross-bracing, and designing for redundancy rather than minimalism. Even if you're not planning to build a medieval castle, you can still, adapt some of those ancient techniques to modern construction. First, let's talk about roof pitch. A steeper angle helps to reduce the snow load. Then consider using cross-bracing and reinforced beams for those critical spans, which actually mimics the load-sharing principle found in historical roofs. Timber, of course, can be replaced with engineered wood beams that are designed for high weight loads, and you can connect them with metal joinery to meet modern safety standards. Now, for small-scale projects like sheds, cabins or barns, using full-length beams or interlocking timber frameworks is entirely doable and offers a dramatic boost in snow resilience. Even if you're just retrofitting an existing roof, adding extra support beams and cross braces can really help prevent sagging and collapse during those harsh winters. The big takeaway here is that distributing weight across multiple points and building redundancy into the roof system, well, it dramatically increases winter durability. A strategy that's been proven over centuries. Winter, quite frankly, doesn't forgive poor design. The trouble with many modern roofs is that they're optimized for cost, aesthetics, or ease of installation, rather than for true durability. Ancient timber frameworks, which were developed and perfected over hundreds of years, show us another way. Steep angles, interlocking beams, thoughtful load distribution, and redundancy. So, whether you're restoring an old home, building a survival shelter, or just a bit fascinated by historical architecture, understanding these principles means you can copy and adapt them today. If you found this guide helpful, do consider subscribing to After the Sirens for more historical insights, practical survival wisdom, and architectural secrets from the past. Feel free to share this video with your fellow history enthusiasts, leave a comment with your own experiences about winter roofing, and together let's help preserve the lessons of our ancestors for modern builders.